there, Carrie Wagner here, co-founder of TapRoots, your wellness source out of Lynchburg, Virginia, voted #1 CBD and homeopathy store in 2020 by our local community. We have a special story for you to hear today that may resonate with you or someone you love if they've been through anxiety, depression, or PTSD. You're going to hear from a local young woman who has struggled with these things for most of her life and how she's overcome them.
In middle school, I had it rough in middle school. I was bullied pretty extensively, mentally, physically, just overall bad experience every single day. And finally I got out of that school and got away from it and everything. And you don't notice that you're struggling mentally until it really hits you. I didn't notice anything was wrong until almost a year later, until I really hit high school. And then one day, just incredibly anxious. I couldn't socialize with anyone. Stuck in my house for a good year. Just afraid of the world in general. Afraid of the people in it. I still struggle with trusting people in my everyday life, even people closest to me. I just don't feel like I can really let myself out there and be open. Even worse when I was younger. Like I'm doing really good now, but before I literally couldn't. I just couldn't function. That's the easiest way I can explain it. I couldn't function. I was first introduced to CBD through my cousin, who owned a small CBD company. She introduced it to me after she struggled with her own mental health issues and physical issues, and that's what got me started on it. So when I first started, I was skeptical. I'm sure a lot of people are skeptical, because when you're feeling so intensely and then you start taking something, you almost have that self-doubt. You're like, is it gonna work? Is it not gonna work? You're kind of about it. So I started taking it, and I didn't notice anything until a couple weeks in. And it was subtle at first. You just start noticing the edge come off. You're not constantly feeling like you're gonna snap at any given moment. You don't feel like you're gonna cry at any given moment. I didn't feel as intensely. It just settled it out. Became more tolerable, and that only progressed as the longer I took it. So after a month, I was feeling pretty good. I started with the tinctures. I prefer the tinctures. They're just quicker. I noticed that they're just faster in general. I started with the tinctures, and then I would supplement at night with the little gummies just to really help me sleep. Because sleep was a really big issue with PTSD and everything. I just couldn't sleep through the night without experiencing something that wasn't pleasant. So I started with the full dropper, half in the morning, half at night, and that's actually what I take now. I noticed that I'm pretty sensitive to it, so I noticed that the full dropper was enough to just kind of get me through the day. I started taking it about 5 years ago, when I started developing those issues. So about sophomore year of high school, I started taking that, and that's my year that really hit me rough. I was on prescription medication. It was making me worse. The side effects were just not. I started hallucinating. It was pretty bad. And I wanted off of that instantly. Because you're already experiencing things in your head that are bad anyway. And when you add on hallucinations and just worse anxiety, it wasn't where it's at. So I started taking that, and almost a year in, I think it was about a year in, I started weaning off of that prescription medication. My doctor helped me transition over to just CBD, and within a couple years, I'm just CBD. You're not alone. As much as it feels like you are, you're not. There's people out there that will help you, that want to help you, that want to extend a helping hand. I know it's hard when you're experiencing something traumatic like that. It's hard to open yourself up to anyone, even your family. It can be hard, but there's someone out there to help you. There are options to help you. You're not just walking through the world helpless, you're not. There's things out there that can help you. Goji, Cacao, Pachamama. I love that stuff.
Jasmine has quite the story. I'm so proud of her for sharing it with us today. Please like it, comment, subscribe to our channel to hear more of this kind of thing, and we'd love for you to comment below with some encouraging words to Jasmine. Bye!